Hello, my fellow rainbows, and welcome back to Arcana. Yes, it has been a little bit of time. I am back, and I bring you the next part to the Arcana. Now, let's see if I can read at the 12th grade level like I'm supposed to. Or no, I don't even know what grade level I read at. And not a 4th grade reading level. Okay? Fourth graders can actually read the second grade reading level, okay? Alright. The Impressed. Don't ask. The Empress. Inside the palace, the floors, walls, and steep ceilings are all clean cut, polished stone. The servants with oh, a servant with a blue feather cap comes sweeping up to us. With a deep bow, they pass me and dash to Portia's side. What accent did I give her? Chamberlain, how are we doing on time? Terribly late. The fifth course is over. Her ladyship is in a most unhappy state. Pudia chews her lip and hands the servant her fruit basket. Have the sommelier fetch a bottle of golden goose. The servant departs at a hasty clip, disappearing behind a panel in the wall which lies seamlessly shut. Too bad. I'll escort you directly to the dining room. Dining room? Was that a dine with the countess? What? Don't tell me you. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, I hasten to keep up with her purposeful strides. Soon, soon we are standing before a fine mahogany door. Portia opens the door, leading me inside. I know this girl named Mahogany. Sorry. Rich scents linger in the air, tantalizing. What accent did I give you? Ah, Dynasty, welcome to the palace. Have a seat. You're too late for dinner, I'm afraid. She brings her glass to her lips and drinks deeply. Portia leads me to my seat, and then the servant removes what might have been my plate. I was beginning to think you had forgotten my invitation, but perhaps you're simply unaccustomed to travel. You look exhausted. Why, I can see your cheeks gleaming from here. The countess downs her glass, and Portia appears at her side with a bottle and robe in shimmering foil. Ah, Portia, how thoughtful of you. My pleasure, milady. I can't, okay? I can't. Takes a sip of hers. A golden goose? A marvelous choice, Portia. I reach for my own glass to cover the awkward moment, and stop, transfixed by the strange painting before me. The scene is that of meals shared among a host of figures with the heads of beasts. I was about to say something really, really stupid. I'm gonna share it with you anyway to embarrass myself. I was about to say, "Oh, I've seen him before in a different game." Like I'm thinking that this is not the game that he's originally part of. Like he's not part of this game. Like I'm that type of slow, guys. I know that he's part of this game. I see people cosplays him all the time. I have a water bottle, and I see posts about this specific goat character. Mm. The table is laden with small animals, provided by a central character with the head of a goat. Rays of gold glitter around its head, and its red eyes are strikingly lifelike. Do you like it, Dynasty? The painting? I keep saying Dynasty when I know that the name is Shadow. Yeah, totally. Yeah. The Countess raises her shapely brows, eyes flashing at me over the rim of her glass. Fascinating. Perhaps you share my husband's unusual tastes. Nadia's husband, Count Lucio, rather the late Count Lucio. He's the goat in the middle, of course, ever the provider. Lucio had the populace eating out of the palm of his hand, much like the painting, I suppose. Whatever he offered, the people gobbled it up. They worshipped him. My husband, sorry, I can't speak today. My husband was particularly loved for his yearly masquerade. She sits down her glass, folding her hands and resting her chin upon them. Oh my god, my nose. Did you ever attend Dynasty? The whole city came alive for the revelry took hold of the hearts, young and old. All in celebration. What a celebration when he opened the palace gates to all. The Countess sighs, watching the wine swirl in her glass. Such a fond memory for many. And now it is shrouded in sorrow, a terrible shock to the guests, to find their host murdered so violently at the last masquerade. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. The servants lower their eyes. I too avert my gaze back to the painting. My poor husband, burned alive in his own bed. Burned alive? Nadia, where were you when he was burned alive in his bed? Maybe you guys don't sleep together. I really hope that that is the case here. Or you're gonna be looking pretty suspicious to me. And at the celebration of his birthday, what did he do to invite such hatred? After such a shocking scene, guests to the palace have been scarce. I look from the portrait just in time to meet the Countess's keen gaze. But now that you're here, now that I'm here, she says it with such gravity, such confidence. Countess, what does any of this have to do with me? Dynasty, the masquerade is precisely why I called you here. This year, I intend to hold the masquerade once more. I stare at her. So does every servant in the room? How? Why? The the festivities in Lucio's honor will there is but one loose end in need of time. Count Lucio's murder still roams free to this day. Dr. Julian Dvorak, my husband's former physician. I said very still, suddenly cold all over. Dr. Julian Dvorak. Now I remember the name on the wanted posters. Now I know exactly who broke into my shop. Dr. Dvorak confessed to the crime when we caught him. All that is left is his sentence. Execution by hanging. There's a terrible crash. Portia's face is stricken with horror. At her feet, the broken remains of the golden goose are seeping into the floor. Portia? Forgive me, milady. Slippery hands. You are forgiven. Two servants rush to her aid, sweeping away the shattered mess with wind-sprint speed. This is where you come in, Dynasty. Dr. Dvorak has been very elusive, but you have quite the reputation. Rumor has it you have surpassed even your master Azra. I myself see the future in dreams, whether I like it or not. And this is how I know that you are the one who will find Dr. Dvorak. And if we find him, the count, the countess sets down her glass. When we find him, we will bring him before the people, so all may see it has long awaited to commence the festivities. The doctor will die on the gallows for his terrible crimes. The countess rises. On instinct, I rise as well. Portia? Portia. Yes, milady? Show Dynasty to the guest quarters. I imagine there is much to ponder before the night is out. Right away, milady. Portia pulls me to my feet, and with a humble bow, whisks me to the doorway. Portia is quiet as she ushers me down the hall to my room. After a few turns, we pass a wide staircase filled in shadow. A draft rushes down from the floor above, prickling my skin. It's cold and it smells of ash. They're so cute. Curled up on the bottom step are two large, lanky dogs. Fathomless eyes fix upon me, and they rise slowly, without a sound. Now they look as they could strike at any moment. I sense no ill intent. I hold out my hand, and they approach to sniff it. Their huffing breaths tickle my skin, and their tails slowly start wagging. Well, this is bizarre. They never take kindly to strangers. I just, it's just how they were trained, but I've never seen them act like this. Slim snouts brush up against my sides as the dog investigates me further. Satisfied, they draw back, looking at me expectantly. Pet them, I will. I don't want my reach out to run my hand over the smaller one's silky coat. I wouldn't do that if I were you. The dog rears back from my hand, or from Portia's penny. It's like you, but I'd rather you keep that hand. Dogs trot ditfully back to their spot. They nearly blend into the marble. Oh! I'm sorry, I love dogs, so I would rather lose my hand petting a dog any day, because I'm that type of slow, but... Oh, no wonder they're like this. They haven't had their chamomile cakes. She looks nervously from me to the two dogs, still as statues. Wait here, Dynasty. And as it's probably best to keep your distance from them, I'll be right back with those cakes. Portia swoops through a sliding panel on the wall. I'm left alone in the hallway with the dogs. I feel the bigger one sniff my side insistently. When I look down, it simply pulls back and stares. Then the smaller one is sniffing my other side, huffing samples of my scent. I whirl around, and it sits back on its haunches, watching me innocently. Cheeky. As I look into one sanguine... An unsettling sensation ripples through my body like a wave of fever. A guest? Step back, gaze darting up and down the corridor. The voice was coming from the top of the stairs. I can only see so far into the hollow gloom, but there's no one there. I nearly jump when I feel yanking at my garments. The dogs. Their teeth are buried in my clothes, unrelenting as they drag me onto the stairs. I I trip up the first few steps and their tails start wagging. Hey! I try to wrench myself free, but the two dogs tug stubbornly. The dogs only left me to go to the top of the stairs. The floor and the walls are frigid stone, and the air smells of ash. My head is spinning, and I hardly feel the chill in the air. Though my heart is hammering, I summon a weak glimmer of light in my palm. I look around for the dogs, but they're nowhere to be seen. There's a door ahead, pathway open. Inside, partway open. Inside a deeper darkness swallowing the feeble rays of light. Oh! Oh. We enter in the room! Ooh. The magic in my palm shrinks to a fluttering glow when I step into the doorway. Coming from the hall, it's warm inside. The thick air has a strong peppery taste. A heavily cano, canopied bed stretches midway across the room. I pass an extravagant suit of armor, a marble writing desk with a white peacock feather pen, all blanketed in ash. My light flickers height. Uh, My dim light stretches up the canvas. Though it's hard to see, I have no. Oh, wow. Count Lucio. He looks younger than I expected. Or the portrait is old. Or perhaps the artist was catering to his vanity. The red of his coat is the cardinal hue from the painting in the dining room. The golden arm, a marvel of alchemical art. The fur hanging from his haughty shoulders looks impossibly fine. And go on, touch it. A miasm of thick, scorching air pushes my hand toward the portrait, running inside my head as it settles over my mind. Nothing like the real thing. Seen, unable to feel. Such sweet torture. Warmth like an ember radiates at the back of my neck. The magic of my palm reacts, its glow stretching past my fingers and down my wrist. Ah! The strange sensations subside and the voice grows fainter, even whisper. There, in your energy. Oh, it's him. Could you be? The haze vanishes from my mind. I reel back from the portrait. Something soft meets the back of my knees, and I fall through folds of dust of ash below around me when my back hits the bed covers. This is Count Lucio's bed, right where he was murdered, incinerated. Then this fine ash in my eyes and my nose and my mouth and all over me is what I have left of him. I clap a hand over my mouth, smothering a scream as I struggle to stand. Going so soon? You're no fun. That voice, it echoes from every corner of the room, and from within my mind. Who are you? And what do you want with me? The temperature drops, my hurried breaths turning into fine mist. I hear shifting in the fine ash and a weak cry like anything a human would make. Nobody. Nobody at all. An unseen breeze moves past me, tickling the trim of the canopy mm, towards the portrait. Now, this specimen of a man, he was somebody. The voice trails off. The room feels normal once again. I scramble to my feet and make a break for the door. Breaking into the run, I continue down the hall, searching the vague darkness for any way out. The portraits on the wall watch me run with cold, aristocratic stares. Come back. Come back. Against all good sense, I stop and turn around. I only see for a moment a silhouette stark against the wall of high windows frosted with smoke. Claws, horns, and... Hey! Claws, horns, and hooves like onyx. I had a dog, Onyx. He died. The white face of a goat with red eyes fixed gleefully on me. I blink, and it's gone. I hear clambering off to the side, the creak of a door, and then silence. By the time I stumble down the stairs disoriented, Portia is looking around corners for me. There you are! She stares at the fine powdery ash coating me from head to toe. What? Why are you covered in ash? What do those naughty dogs do? She produces a white handkerchief and hands it to me. All I can muster is a day's knot of things as I dust myself off. My mind feels fogged, struggling to make sense of the shadows I saw, the whispers I heard. Portia takes me gently by the elbow, helping me brush off the last of the ash. You know, I'm just gonna leave these cakes right here. Let's get you to bed. I follow at Portia's heel until, whoa, Jesus, until we arrive at our destination. Thankfully, it isn't much further. She swings open the door with a sweeping gesture. These will be your quarters, Dynasty. You can put your things wherever you like. Breakfast is at sunrise. I'll wake you up. My fatigue must be showing. I let my bag fall to the floor, eyeing the smooth. I'll leave you be. Sleep well, Dynasty. Her soft voice trails off, and she gently slides the door shut. At once, I burrow into the luxurious sheets. It feels as though I'm weightless. Heart thumping to the rhythm of Portia's steady, ever-distant footfalls. I sink into unconsciousness. I guess that's it. Guys, that's it! No! Alright, you guys, that was another part to the Arcana. Now, I'm going to say this, but I will not promise this. I'm going to start trying to upload Mondays, and Sundays. So Sunday, but do not quote me on that. Also, I'm gonna try to record 3 videos for today, and then every day after that, I might stick with 1 or 2 videos. Like, if I post, yes, Alright. Give me a second. Breakfast is ready. Yeah. But if like Sunday I do 2 videos, but today I'm gonna post 3 because yeah. 2 videos on Sunday, 1 video on Monday, 2 videos on Wednesday, 1 video on Friday. And it continues in that order. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check that description down below. I love you guys. Stay safe. You're valid. Bye.